Good morning, students. I am Vijay Kumar K V, Department of English, Government Private College, Bapuji Nagar, Shumaga. Now, I would like to enlighten you on the major novelists of 18th century. 18th century in English literature is popularly known as an age of prose and reason. The new literary genre, novel, emerged in this century. It evolved and survived with new styles and forms. In 18th century, two major literary forms in English literature has been developed. One is periodical essays and the other one is fiction, that is modern novel form. The periodical essays had short lifespan as they disappeared from the literary scene soon. A novel is a narrative work written in prose form. The word novel derived from the Italian word novella, which means new. Some writers called it romance instead of novel. The origin of the novel takes us back to the age old times of Greek and Romans. However, the modern English novel has its roots in 18th century England. The first recognized novel is Pamela, which was written by Samuel Richardson. Major novelists Daniel Defoe, Daniel Defoe is a prolific and versatile writer of England. He is a trader, writer, journalist, pamphleteer, post and government agent. He has written more than 100 works, which includes books, pamphlets, journals. His focus of topics ranges from diverse topics like politics, crime, religion, marriage, psychology, trade, economy, and supernatural. Defoe was a successful pamphleteer and journalist before he began writing fictional narratives. At the age of 59, he published his first prose fiction, The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Robinson Crusoe, in 1790. Robinson Crusoe is now considered as the first experimental novel. This narrative is based on the life and voyage of Robinson Crusoe. He is a mariner who leaves his middle class home in New York and goes on an adventurous trade voyage. His experience and encounters in voyage are depicted in his narrative. The Crusoe is depicted as a rebellious character against the hierarchical society. Other remarkable novels, The History and Fortunes of the Famous Mole Flanders and The Fortune Mistress or Roxana in 1724. Samuel Richardson, 1689 to 1761. Samuel Richardson is regarded as the first novelist of English literature. He is also considered as the first dramatic novelist and first sentimental novelist of 18th century. He is well known as a writer and printer of England. Richardson, at the age of 51 in 1740, changed his profession from master printer to novelist. He published his first novel, Pamela, or Virtue Rewarded, in 1740. Pamela Andrews is the protagonist of the novel, is alone and struggles to meet the demands of her life. Though she is a servant, she struggles to preserve her virtue in a class hierarchical society. In this novel, Richardson adopted epistolary method to provide minute details of the ordinary life, their thoughts and emotions, responses to social conflict, and efforts to understand the situation gives a realistic touch to the novel. The psychological development of the protagonist is a new invention of the writer. Richardson called it writing to the moment, fetched him the credit of father of English novel. His other popular novels are Clarissa and the History of Sir Charles Grandison. Henry Fielding, 1707 to 1754. Henry Fielding is another popular novelist of the times. He is among the writer who was influenced from the writings of Samuel Richardson. Fielding writes in the manner of Richardson. Henry Fielding was a novelist and dramatist of 18th century. He is well known for his humorous and satirical writing. He began his career as a novelist by writing imitative parody, an apology for the life of Mrs. Shamela Andrews. He became popular by this novel. Fielding adopted realism, characterization, and craftsmanship in his novels. He presented a true and realistic nature of human beings in a comic way. The other popular novels are Joseph Andrews and Tom Jones. Lawrence Stern, 1713 to 1768. Lawrence Stern is an Irish born English novelist and humorist. He is well known for his landmarking novel, The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman, published in 9 volumes in a decade form from 1759 to 1767. Stern adopted autobiographical form but not in linear narrative technique. Fragmented narrative shows the indefinite plot. Through this, he breaks away from the traditional model of epic and history writing. His other novels are A Sentimental Journey Through France and Italy. Other important novelist Tobias Smollett, 1721 to 1777. His works, An Adventure of Roderick Random and Gibbs Jonathan Swift. His remarkable work, A Tale of a Tub and Gulliver's Travels. So, for further reference, students, we can refer A Critical History of English Literature by David H.S., A Short History of English Literature by Pramod K. Nair, A Glossary of Literary Terms, M.H. Abraham, An Outline History of English Literature by Hudson. With this, I conclude this session. Thank you.